Community mobilization of Santa Ana. The community of Santa Ana, California is struggling with poverty, and the average family earns just above poverty level wages. Santa Ana's community consists of 70% of people that are Latino. The community is struggling with major health issues that are plaguing young people, with diabetes, which is causing blindness. Domestic violence is another major issue that is affecting much of the community. An obesity epidemic is looming among the children of Santa Ana, resulting in 1 in 3 children being overweight or obese. Community health workers of Santa Ana have made a great impact on the community issues such as diabetes and domestic violence. I included the major issues that plague Santa Ana on the community needs map, which are causing health issues and community distress. I included some of the existing health issues of diabetes, alcoholism, childhood obesity. Community issues I included are domestic violence, nowhere for people to run, play, and exercise, too many liquor stores, areas of land that are locked up and not being utilized, and only one park for the people of the community to use. Particular strengths that the community has are healthcare workers that get out into the community to promote health and health education. There is also a program for diabetes and classes that focus on healthy weight for children. Both programs have been successful in getting community members to become aware of the issues of diabetes and obesity. There is also a successful program to help domestic violence victims. The community has a challenge of domestic violence and alcoholism. With the community having an abundance of liquor stores, it doesn't help the issues of alcoholism or domestic violence. Another challenge for the community is childhood obesity, and it is an epidemic because children have nowhere to run, play, and exercise. There is a large amount of vacant lots within the community that are locked up and children aren't allowed to play in them. The community only has one very small community park. The most critical health issue that isn't being fully addressed in the community is the childhood obesity epidemic. One of the strengths that could be leveraged to work on this community health issue is utilizing the lots that are locked up and vacant to build parks and play areas for children and community members. Children are unable to be active, and if the children were given the resources to be active, I believe it would positively affect the health of the children in Santa Ana. In the community assets map, I included the various building blocks of the community in Santa Ana. I began with the primary building blocks of Santa Ana, which include individual capacities, religious organizations, cultural organizations, associations of business, individual businesses, and personal income. I worked my way outward to include the secondary building blocks, to include assets of the community which are mainly controlled by outsiders. Secondary building blocks include public schools, libraries, police, fire department, hospitals, social services, higher education institutions, and energy and waste resources. Lastly, I included the potential building blocks of Santa Ana, which are public information and welfare expenditures. The city officials of Santa Ana have ignored early signs of distress of their community and do not have a plan to strengthen fiscal sustainability. Aside from public safety, the city has lower per capita fund spending compared to other communities. Therefore, Santa Ana lacks capital improvement expenditures due to their lack of planning and funding. The community mobilization effort includes recognizing childhood obesity and the need for places for children to run, play, and exercise to combat the childhood obesity epidemic. Once the issue was recognized along with a solution to the issues, vacant lots were seen as potential areas for parks and play areas. Once the potential areas were recognized, the funding for parks and play areas began. Once efforts were successful, the steps would be repeated to make as many parks and play areas that are needed for children and community members of Santa Ana. The community would have to be involved in the planning, funding, and building stages of the mobilization effort. Looping back and reassessing. One of the health issues that could be effectively addressed is alcoholism. The community could revisit the needs assessment map, and see that Santa Ana has way too many liquor stores and major issues with domestic violence. Once the issue of alcoholism is addressed and improves within the community, the incidence of domestic violence will decrease. Once the use of alcohol decreases in the community, it will cause the many liquor stores to lose business and close because of the lack of business. The community should continue by working on the major health and community issues of Santa Ana with the programs that are in place. The community could move forward and continue reassessing the needs of Santa Ana and work on those issues accordingly. As a representative of the health department, my role in the future mobilization efforts would be to continue to move forward with the community and work on other health issues and community issues of Santa Ana. I would continue with my efforts to recognize issues and make programs and changes within the community to address them. Providing continuous support for the community within Santa Ana would be my role as a health department representative. The diabetes health program, ran by community health workers, has been proven to be effective with short-term effects. The program has been successful due to its patient-centered focus on problem-solving and decision-making skills. I believe that Santa Ana needs to continue to focus on community health workers reaching the community. The more the communities within Santa Ana are reached by health workers, the more aware and involved the community will become. Santa Ana should continue to do what is working, and eventually Santa Ana will have a strong community of people that want positive change and will stop at nothing to achieve it. I also believe that Santa Ana would benefit from continuing their health education and their health education programs within the community. Health education gives people the ability to learn how to deal with their health issues and how to combat health issues. Santa Ana is moving in the right direction and improving the community of Santa Ana.